Hello, slot car fans. Got a new little delivery here from the United States Post Office. Another eBay, used eBay find stuff for the competition slot car track. In this case, some of the stuff is going to be pretty photogenic, I think, so you may enjoy seeing this more than some of the others. I already opened up the end of the box here, so you wouldn't have to watch me struggle with that. And lo and behold, this is what it's packed with. I've never seen anything packed like this before. Let me grab a bag to throw this stuff into, and we will proceed with the unboxing. A bunch of foam worms. I guess what we'll do, we'll turn this around. Whoops, we'll turn this around this way. Alright, well, first off, we got a bag of tires. Let's see if any of these are not completely dried up. Huh. Well, this pair right here is silicone covered. That's interesting. Looks like somebody smeared silicone on them to make a cap. They feel nice and sticky. And, of course, that's dry as a bone. That one's dry as a bone. And that one is dry as a bone. So chances are these are a bunch of useless tires. I'll end up getting some, well, there you can see a little tiny set screw. I'll end up scrapping the set screws at least. Alright, what's next? Oh, here we go. Let's do this the easy way. Alright. So what this amounts to here is a couple more of the competition style chassis of an old kind that nobody really uses anymore as far as I know. But they're still fun to run as for playtime or whatever. And these actually look nice and clean, don't look like they've been hammered all that much, hopefully. Gears feel relatively smooth. And of course the tires are dry as a bone. So all those are going to have to be replaced. But that's usually the way it goes. But that's pretty cool. That looks like a couple of decent chassis. Check them out and see how straight they are. All right, we got more of this. Here we go. Okay. Here are the biggest items, I guess. Yep, that's about it. Well, spoiler alert, we got a couple of, I guess, low-end controllers here. Wanted to have a couple extras, a few extras actually, so I could try to invite some of my friends out. When I could find them in a package deal with some cars and other stuff like that, to where I was basically getting a pretty good deal on all these parts, it makes it worthwhile to go ahead and pick some up and be able to give them to my friends to use. Alright, so we've got here is a couple of Parma Economy controllers. Just controllers for the competition type slot track. It says on the box that they are both 25 ohms. Let's give them a look. I don't think I have any 25 ohm controllers. I think all of mine are considerably lower than that. Alright, well, controller number one. Feels like the paint has been slowly deteriorating on it over the years. The paint on the stuff inside, because it feels a little dusty. But, okay, no problem here. This feels alright. Feels smooth. Does not have any clips on the ends. So I'm going to have to add some clips, and in fact I may just add longer wire while I'm at it. But that's no problem. That can all be done if the controller still works right. So let's check that part first. Controller number two here is yellow. Also, it says it's a 25 ohm controller. Let me see, can I read what the ohmage is? Sometimes you can read the ohm rating on the resistor in the controller here. I am not seeing that as best as I can tell on this one at all. But like I said, the box says 25, so I guess I'll take their word for it. This one over here, same thing. Also supposed to be a 25 ohm controller. Their economy style. And we got no clips here either. That's kind of a bummer, because on the track where I'm using them, I am going to need clips. So I'll have to go get me some clips and solder them on. But this one looks considerably fresher. It doesn't feel like it's been used much, and feels nice and smooth. You sent me some stickers, some number stickers. Now this actually I'm pretty excited about, strangely enough, because when you set up these cars to race on the track, the rules always tell you that you have to have 3 numbers on them. You have to have 3 numbers on them in spots that can be, from 3 different sides. Never quite understood that, but that's what you have to have. And this will last me for a little while. I can put different numbers on the cars as necessary. Now here we get into the stuff that I was mentioning might be a little more photogenic. This is where there's something actually more fun to look at that looks more interesting, since you guys, and myself included, enjoy looking at the cars. And this is the end of it here. This is the last of the stuff. Yep. So first up here we have a Parma Porsche GT1. Supposed to be a Le Mans prototype body. Now that looks a lot taller than what they're running as Le Mans type bodies these days. But that won't keep me from using it and crashing a lot. That looks pretty neat. Can't really see it too well. Oh, there we go. How about that? Okay, I didn't realize it was open. Yeah, so there you go. That's probably easier to see now, I hope. Parma LMP, basically. But kind of a tall one. So it's a Porsche GT1. And then we got this one, which is a Mercedes GT1. This one's considerably lower and a little bit closer to what people are using now. This one has not been unpackaged yet, so I'm not going to take it out of the package, but hopefully you can see enough of it to kind of tell what it is. Then we get down to the painted bodies. Uh-oh, there's supposed to be 3. No? Yeah, they're just stuck inside each other. That's interesting. This one is stuffed so far up in here I couldn't even see it. But check these out. Got these 2 painted bodies. These don't look like they've even been used. Or at least not much. Yeah, this one's been used a little bit. And this one obviously has not been used. But check those out. Those are pretty. And I don't know what model cars these are. I think this is a Porsche. I think that may be a Porsche 917 or something. And man, that thing is low slung. And I love the way the person painted this. It's really well done. I need to reattach the interior here a little bit, because the glue has gotten old and gooey. I mean, the tape has gotten old and gooey. But I'm sure I can handle that. And that looks really pretty. I have to say, this is one of the photogenic things I was talking about. Let's get a little better shot of it. There you go. Yeah, somebody did some nice job on the detailing and stuff there on this body. I'm guessing it was an old timer who unfortunately didn't last long enough to race it. Because basically a lot of the people racing these things are old timers. And then we got this one. Once again, I'm not sure what that is either. But it's really nicely done, nicely detailed. So anyway, that should make some gorgeous cars. So all total here, oh that's right, there's still one more. There's this NASCAR body. I guess I should have shown that first because it's not that fantastic compared to these other 2. But this one is definitely been used a bit, but it's not all beat to hell. It's got some life in it still. A little crack right there to fix. But other than that, this is going to have some life in it too. So we get a few little extra bodies out of the deal. Why don't you check this one out? So yeah, this should be fun. So I got a couple of chassis here that the bodies can go on. Wow. What's this extra one? And that's what the lineup's going to look like. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.